two incidents, two incidences that took place at two different airports. The first, one of the incidents happened in Ohio. There was a flight, a Frontier flight from Columbus to Atlanta. Uh, it landed. It landed, and it started taxiing to the gate. I think around what 5 o'clock on Sunday, right? And the passenger in one of the seats started making verbal bomb threats, man. So they're saying this guy was threatening to kill people with a bomb. Dude was a black dude. They said he's late 50s or 60s, but they removed him. Police searched the plane, and then there were no bomb. And then like the second incident, craziness, man. The second incident took place again. This was at it says Atlanta, just over an hour after the Frontier flight. Atlanta PD responded to a separate bomb threat at State Farm Arena. Okay. They swept the venue and they found nothing. And then in Raleigh, there was another one at at Wilmington International Airport. And it says, okay, wait a minute, I'm tripping. Hold on. It says there was overlapping reports of security sweeps at Wilmington International and at the Raleigh Federal Courthouse within the same 2-day window, though these was appeared to be independent hoaxes. All right. Listen. I can tell you this is two things that's happening here. One, either these are clearly false flags. And the next one that I could possibly think could be happening, which is a little far fetched, but it could be a possibility. When I say it's crazy because when I like to say that Iran is not a threat, I believe they are not a threat to us. But when you really, like, if you want to get technical, if a country is bombing me, right, and then I have people from my country that live in another country to the threatening country, right, and they sympathize with us being attacked, there might be some people out there that sympathize with what's going on with Iran and might pull stuff like this. So that element is there, that exists. Also, a little bit more even far-fetched is maybe Iran is placing these people on these planes and these to purposely cause disruption, to, you know, just like how they're disrupting the oil supply and everything, they could be purposely doing this too, to cause internal disruption over here. Now, another super duper far fetched theory that could possibly happen, that could be Iranian based, is since they can't shoot missiles over here, they could use our airplanes as bombs, as missiles. Who knows, right? Now, that's a little far. That I can see them doing that, but then I can't see them doing that. Like on the whole aspect of them being attacked by our country, I can see why they would be mad enough to do that. If y'all understand what I'm saying, I can get why. I can see why they would be mad enough to want to do something like that to Americans. To, you know, because we've already bombed the hell out of their schools, we killed a lot of their civilians, so that could be a possible thing. On the other hand, it could also be, if something like that did happen, it would likely be a false flag. That's probably a higher probability of it being a false flag than it actually being Iran. That's my take on it. So I don't want to sit up here and make it seem like when I say Iran is no threat, they weren't an initial threat to us, right? But that doesn't mean that they might not have any proxies spread out all over the place in case we keep fucking with them. They like, okay, you know what, man, do that. You know, that's a possibility. Uh, every country got that capability, bro. You know, so but that doesn't equate to Iran just blatantly attacking Americans. We in war, bro. Do Americans forget that we are in war? We are in war. I know Congress didn't approve it, but yo, listen, this rogue president put us in a war, bro. We are in a war. So if we are in a war, everybody is fair game. Iranians, Americans, Israelis, right? So it doesn't like you know everybody's fair game, bro. Our homeland is fair game. Their homeland, tiny hat, small. Their homeland is fair game. So it's not out of the realm of reality that Iran could possibly pull stuff like this over here. Uh, but the likelihood of it is probably 60-40 because you got to always throw that element of false flags in there. This place is just fucking notorious for causing false flags, so you can't totally cancel that out. See how being a free thinker has you can look at all possibilities, all angles and stuff. But see, a lot of Americans too stupid to think like that. They like to. It's easier to believe the lie than to understand the truth. That's for a lot of Americans. They just want to go with the first thing that the propaganda feeds them. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh shit, was a bomb threats. Oh, that was Iran. They did that. They don't think about, okay, well, you never heard of a false flag? Oh yeah, the Arab, man, they did 9/11. Oh, by themselves? Come on, stop. Oh man, Iranians, man, they bombed us in Beirut. They bombed this and they held us. They held our people hostage in '79. Okay, what caused that hostage situation? What was the reason behind that? I don't know. It's amazing, man. But I would more lean towards these recent spate of bomb threats and all these disruptions like this. Sounds like test runs and false flags, which is kind of concerning because that could mean that something more dangerous is definitely going to unfold out here that we might not see coming. Just my take. Anyway, let me know what you think. This is Rebel World News. Catch y'all in the next one.